Hi everybody, it's Rolex here, and yeah, it's been quite a long time because I've been playing Diablo 4, and then I stopped because Diablo 4 has nothing in it. Well, I basically play about like 200 or 250 hours in Diablo 4, and I mean it was a good time, maybe about like the first 70, 80 hours, maybe 100 hours or so. It's pretty good, and then after that you have nothing else to do, and basically the content, like the in-game grind content was not really there for Level 4, but it was fun nonetheless. And then I didn't really pick up Path of Exile after that. I did come back and try some few runs in PoE, like figuring out what I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna play the same build. I'm gonna play Bone Shatter still. Okay, so this league has a lot of new things, and I didn't really make a video about it. There's a Forbidden Sanctum coming back, as you can see on the background. I'm gonna put it up there. That I played Bone Shatter. I finished Sanctum, a couple of times. I think these runs are level 83 because I didn't record when I was running like level 72 or something, because it was pretty easy. Like, you just one shot everything. It's pretty easy. Like low level, you just one shot everything. Like literally, like a Bone Shatter can just like one tap guard, and it doesn't really feel any challenge. So 83 zones was pretty challenging. The trap, the meteor room was absolutely atrocious. The razor room, absolutely atrocious as well. So there's a lot of bad room for melee character, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it. You can absolutely finish it if you don't get like a bad, really bad, like affliction, for example. You get hit by a trap, you're dead, or something like that, or you lose your soul, you lose the run, or something stupid like that. You can finish the run. You can try to finish the run with the decent amount of boon, or without boon, but with decent amount of affliction, or manageable affliction. So Sanctum's back, and everyone's kind of happy, I guess. The people who love Sanctum, it's happy. The people who don't really love Sanctum, it's happy, because Chaos Orb is everywhere. You get Chaos Orb everywhere. And also, I did a couple of, the new league mechanic, like Trial of Ancestor. I think I did it before they buffed it. I did it up to like rank 350 or something. And I think it was okay. I got a Divine Orb off of it, just one Divine Orb. I think before they buff. After the buff, I didn't really do much of the trial, because I think the downtime was way too long, and I would just use that downtime to play Sanctum, because I enjoy Sanctum more. But Sanctum probably not gonna give you a lot of good stuff. Well, I mean, there's more choices in Trial of Ancestor, so you can like pick and choose. Sometimes you get 16 Awakened Sextons, right? And most of the time you're gonna get like 16 Awakened Sextons, or 18, 19 Chaos Orb, or something like that. You get absolutely insane amount of currency from the Trial of Ancestor, and you got a lot of choices. But in Sanctum, you don't really get that much choice, but it's fun. It's more enjoyable for me to run Sanctum. If I'm gonna waste the same amount of time, I will probably just go with Sanctum. But not talking about any of those content. Let's just go to my League Start character. Here's my guy. He's level 99, Relax Trauma Gaming. Well, basically, this character was planned to just play a Bone Shatter until I get the Trauma Gem, the Divergent Trauma Gem, and then I will switch to, well, basically a Molten Strike character. But I feel like I don't want to do it yet, or I don't have currency yet. Well, you can just look at my bank. I don't have currency yet, so I'm not gonna do it yet until I have currency, or I feel comfortable enough to swap over. So basically, my gear, everything is self-farm except for the jewel. I just bought this one because it has reservation efficiency. I don't know if I need the last 2% here. I don't need it, so I can swap this out pretty easily. I'm probably gonna look for something like an accuracy, attack speed, life, and stuff like that. But this duel is okay. I mean, it serves its purpose. It has some accuracy. It has some attack speed and life and some fist and armor. I don't know. It's okay. It can be there. Everything else is just self-crafted pretty much. I buy the base, the helmet. I bought the base, the gloves, the ring. I bought the base. Everything else, I just got lucky, or I just dropped it. Yeah, this one is just like I just get a item level 86 from, I think from Shaper drop or something. I don't even remember where it dropped, but it dropped. And this one is yeah, I just dropped this. It's pretty lucky. I dropped the Chaos Fracture, and then it's just like, yeah, just spam Essence for Fist, and then just I hope to get like the attack, the accuracy. That's why I'm putting attack quality in it, but it doesn't happen. So I'm just stick with this. It could be better. I could try to recraft this thing and putting some ageling as well. But it is what it is. My axe is pretty generic. I'd say there's nothing much to talk about the axe. You just get the flat fist and the hyper fist, then you ace-link slam, hopefully get prefix, and then just multi-crab, and then done with it. You can also force the attack speed by like prefix cannot be changed, and then have his slam, but I don't think it's worth, because I don't really have a tier 1 flat fist roll. As you can see, it's tier 3. It's not that good, so I'm just okay with this, and I'm just gonna use this forever. I don't think I would ever change. If I'm gonna change my weapon, I'm basically gonna change my build to a Molten Strike character, and I probably have a couple things for it. My plan is just like, yeah, I'm probably gonna use the Bright Bleak. As you can see here, I have 30% Bright Bleak, and the well, basically, if I ever gonna change it, I'm probably gonna put like the quality, effect, attack speed instead. So might be gonna have more attack speed than you would probably imagine on any weapon, and then eventually I probably switch to the crafted version of mace or axe, doesn't matter, with a lot of attack speed and chance to deal double damage or something like that, and then maybe Nimbus as well for the returning projectile. So you have a lot of damage by combining trauma and returning projectile. That's pretty much just my idea on the making of this character, but I don't know if I'm gonna get there, because I have like a lot of stuff that I wanted it to do this league, and I don't know if I have enough time to play, because as you can see, I don't really upload much video because I don't really play the game that much anymore. I don't have that much time. I did have a lot of time playing into the weekend. I probably spent like 20 or 30 hours in the weekend. From like Friday to Sundays and stuff like that. I spent a lot of time playing, and then during the weekday, I pretty much just have like 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours. I squeeze out like a lot, and then I just squeeze my sleeping time down to bare minimum, and then yeah, I can have like 4 or 5 hours a day to play. But usually I just stick around at like 3 or 4 hours at maximum and stuff like that. So it's healthy for my health as well. But other than that, I don't think the league has much thing change. I would say the new gem, the new tattoos, cool. Tattoos very, very cool. Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to copy this character, do not copy it. It's very inefficient for a lot of stuff. This guy want to buy item, so I'm gonna sell his item, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, I'm back. So I sold the guy for 1 divine. I'm sitting at 500, rank 500 MMR, or like Elo 500. I don't know what you call it, ranking 500. Monster is pretty much just one shot you already. Like at this rank, you're going to die. Like if you are not converting any damage to like from physical to elemental damage. This guy hit me once and I'm dead. Dead, literally dead. With 5 endurance charge, you're dead. The Goliath of the night, Goliath of the night, that like fucking earthquake, you're dead from the shockwave. So it's pretty much like there's nothing, all right, your character can do. So pretty much just you're trying to get your team good enough that your team is carrying you, and then you just jump away as soon as possible at the start, and then you just go at the back of the enemy line, and then you just try to kill that totem right away. You don't need to attack any of them at all. Like that's just how I did it for the past, I don't know, like 100 ranks or something. I never attack anything. I just put totem down and then I just run away. Pretty much just put totem like this and then just jump away to the back of the enemy. And that's pretty much how I did the trial, but I didn't really engage much with the trial. I know that there's some meta stuff, like you put field masters and stuff like that, but I just don't really give a shit. Like usually I just buy field master because it's pretty cheap, it's cost effective, and then I just if I have like Thunderbird here or something, yeah, that's pretty much what I buy and what I do for the most part. But the passive tree, if you want to do the tattoo shenanigan, tattoo is very, very excellent. I would say it's very, very good. Like if you have enough dexterity to do anything, you can just sacrifice them for an accuracy rating percent. It's better than flat accuracy. You had a lot of flat accuracy. As you can see, I have 6.2k. I could probably get more if my amulet had accuracy in it. And sure, people would be like, oh, why don't you use Ashes of the Star or something like that? Ashes of the Star is cool, but usually Ashes of the Star doesn't increase your defense, so it doesn't really do that. Yeah, I mean, it's give one level to your determination, but that's pretty much it. Like armor is not gonna save your ass. If I were gonna change to like my amulet to anything other than rare amulet, it's going to be Eternal Damnation, because that thing is actually amazing. Like I don't need damage on this character. This character doesn't, it's not supposed to do a lot of damage. It's supposed to just get me going into the lead. That's this purpose. It's supposed to be doing content. It's not supposed to like instant phase every content. It's supposed to just get me through the early game, the early part of the league, and that's pretty much it. That's how I see this character. Maybe eventually I'm gonna change it to like Molten Strike, Trauma Stack, but yeah, that's far down the line, and I probably never really do it, or don't do it like in the first month of the league, because I have a lot of things that I want to do. I want to do MF, I want to do Pathfinder, like Toxic Rain, Caustic Arrow, I want to do Spark as well. And I want to do some like totem shenanigan. I have a lot of things to do because, I had a time to play this league. I don't have Diablo 4 anymore. I don't get to play Diablo 4 anymore because Diablo 4 sucks. I'm waiting for a new season or something for Diablo 4. Hopefully it gets something fixed, and I could enjoy it more than 100 hours or something per season, because yeah, that's kind of sad. But other than that, I mean, if you want to, if you want to see how the character works, how the character functions, it's pretty okay to copy the character, but to copy the exact like lethal pry probably not good, because this lethal pry it's probably perfect for me. Like I got 10% double damage here, and I got, I think, +4. Yeah, +4 to maximum fortification. So basically, I got everything that I would ever want on this character. And if I can swap out, the tattoo from the +1 maximum damage to melee 45, then I can drop this and I can have like 3 more maximum 45. But I don't know, I don't feel like that's better than Enron charge. But sometimes there's some monster that like remove your charge. So in some situation, like the maximum fortification actually better than Enron charge. But that's like kind of rare, and it doesn't really happen a lot, so I don't really want to change it, because this thing's, it's okay, it's max fire res and Enron charge pretty good already. Like, and if you have time to play with tattoo, I think tattoo is great, right? It fixes your chaos resistance, blind enemy on hit with attack. Like this thing is kind of a meme, but the thing is, I attack really fast, and 5% chance is really, really high when you attack that fast. So basically, it just removes some evasion rating for monster, so I can hit them more. So some monster that has like high evasion, you can blind them and you can fix your accuracy that way. So it's not that bad when you're fighting against monster with, like, let's say a Shroud Walker or something that blinds you. So you have less accuracy when you got blinded. So you can blind the monster, and they also have less evasion rating. So it's kind of like, it's kind of balance itself out. But I think we're still on the bad side of it, you know. Yeah. But other than that, I think Tatsus are cool. I also have this one, which is increased life regeneration rate. I don't know if it's good for my build, but it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I got like 12% armor here. It's not very good, but it's okay, you know. It works. This thing is like summon for rage, and then when I have this thing up, so I was like, yeah, maybe just use berserk. So I don't really use berserk that much, like, for this character, because it's kind of like annoying. You have to place, like, look at this, totem, you place berserk, and then you place wild molten shell, you place banner, you focus, and then you attack. Pretty much just like there's like 6 buttons you have to press, right? So it's kind of like annoying. It's kind of like getting a little bit too much at times, that you have to press a lot of buttons before you can actually do your full burst damage. But in that window, you deal a lot of damage. I probably have like 20 million or something like that in the burst time period. And people are like, oh, but you know, some Bone Shatter will have like, you know, like 60 million or 100 million. Well, I don't have any duration investment, and I don't really use duration because my character would just die, because my character is not that tanky. I think I can sustain maybe like 60, 70 stacks of trauma before I kill myself. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's like league start character. I don't go with full spell suppression. I have spell suppression lucky here. I have 15% increase chance to spell suppress here if I hit enemy recently. And then I have my flask. So basically I have around like 70%, 75% with the lucky. So it's pretty much, it's about like 97%, 98% in effectiveness or something. It's okay. It keep me going in map, and I'm just gonna get level 100. That's what I do. I don't do uber bosses on this character. I mean, this character can do uber bosses. Like, you're gonna die a couple times because you don't have 100% spell suppression, and your gear is not that good. My gear is not really focusing on doing uber boss. Like, if I'm doing uber boss, I probably use like eternal damnation instead, maybe like fort vow or like divine flesh or something like that. But fort vow, divine flesh, and like eternal damnation seems a little bit too much. Like, you're gonna have too much defense, and I don't think that's good enough. That's good for your damage. You're gonna lag your damage at that point. So I think like you either use eternal damnation or you use fort vow with divine flesh. Like, pick one, you know. Don't use both. Like, if you can use both, you can be like a tanky boy, but you're gonna lag lots of damage. You're gonna feel like doing CDPS. But you can pretty much like deviate from the character. Like, you can't really go wrong with the Bone Shatter job. If you play Bone Shatter job, I don't have any guide for it. I think there's a lot of guide from Bone Shatter job, because it's been like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 leagues now that people playing Bone Shatter. There's a Slayer version. I mean, Slayer version is really good with no gear. And then when you have gear, I think like Jack just much better with gear, and then eventually Jack will get way better like down the line, because you can have more PDI, you can have more armor, and then you also scale with the accuracies, attack speeds, and stuff like that. Slayer, it's also had something. You know, you can get Slayer going like way faster than Jack does. So if you want that, if you want to play something else with Slayer or with Champion or something like that, you can start with Bone Shatter Slayer, and then you can swap like out for something else. But Jack, I think you don't really swapping out from Bone Shatter, because the other build that good is probably like Righteous Fire and some trauma stacking. But then again, trauma stacking is also literally bone shattered but with different skill. So I don't think that you would ever change from Japtus to anything else. Maybe you would change to Berserker, like Void Forge stuff. I don't know. That's like a lot of gear changing, and you probably don't want to do that anyway. I would rather just make a new character, and I'm probably gonna make new characters pretty soon. Yeah, the league's good. Everything else in the league, yeah, the Atlas, I don't want to talk about the Atlas. I mean, I change it like daily basis. I change it a lot. I'm doing Betrayal as always. I started with Expedition. I did a lot of Expedition. I think I gained like insane amount of like currency from Expedition like early on. I still have Logbook in my stash. But you know, I swap out from it and then I'm doing Harvest instead. Harvest is pretty fun. You know, the new like crop rotation thing, it's pretty fun. It's like dopamine loots and stuff, right? So it's fine. It's fun. You know, you would probably go growing hard, but I'm like annoying to do anything with fragments, so I'm just using Stream of Consciousness. So it's give me a little bit more chance to spawn harvest. Like right now I probably have like maximum chance to spawn harvest. I have like 10% here, I have here, right? So, and I don't use like any section except for the master mission. So basically I just spawn June every map with that, right? So I'm just doing June every map, you know, Katarina, like rotation, getting some ace-ling slam on some gear. That's pretty much it. That's how I do things, and I'm currently running a Searing Exap influence. Yeah, I mean it's pretty generic. Like I would say it's pretty generic. My tree is pretty generic, right? You can deviate from like my tree if you want to copy, but I don't recommend you copying anything of my character because it's just my thing, and I'd never really look up for anything else. Like I never really look for efficiency. I just like, yeah, I feel cool with it, and then I take it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the league, and I'm pretty excited for it, PoE 2. That's why I want to make this video as well, but I didn't really talk about PoE 2. Man, I mean, it's pretty exciting. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye! See you on the next one.